Hey everyone, welcome back. My name's Nicole. I run Crooked along with Jesse. Today we're here with Prettyokaypat. He's an artist based out of Woodbridge. So why don't you tell us, when did you first get into art?
Sweet. So I actually got into art as a kid. I loved it. I loved doing it. I would draw like birthday cards for my friends, for my family, and all that. And I really wanted to go to art school and like pursue it full time. But my family, I grew up with my grandma, very old school, and she was like, no. And so I didn't do art for like 12 years after that. It wasn't until like a year ago, February of last year, that I just was messing around on my iPad and was like, you know what? Why did I stop doing this? I love this stuff. And then I just kept doing it from there and then started making stuff. And now I have a little business, which is nice.
Good for you. So what made you want to start the Prettyokaypat page?
Yeah. So I don't know. I was just messing around and I just doodled this dumb little guy, this weird purple little sea creature. And for some reason, I was like, you know what? I want this as a sticker. So I didn't know what to do to make that happen. So I just Googled it and I ran into print on demand. I started doing a thing, set it up with threadless.com. And yeah, selling stuff on print on demand, threadless and Redbubble, things like that, you make like 1 penny. But I don't know, when I got the thing in the mail, I was just like, this is so cool. I want to do this as much as I possibly can. So I'm that one dumb little guy that I made, I turned him into a sticker, a tote bag, a t-shirt, and I was the one buying all of it. And then I just started posting it on Instagram. I made up the Pretty Okay Pat page from that, and I made a bunch of random little creatures. And then I think someone was like, you should. I would buy a sticker of those, and so I put those on my Threadless page. And then I was like, okay, I think I could do something with this, but not on Threadless, making like literal pennies. So my friends were very nice for my birthday. They got me a Cricut. I started making stickers and stuff from there, and now we do T-shirts and posters and keychains and all that stuff. Yeah,
Love that. So how did you start vending?
yeah. So like I said, got the Cricut. Um, Started making stickers from there, and at first I was just giving them to my friends, and I really wanted to try it, but I think I a lot of times just get scared of like not doing well, failing in front of people. That's like the worst thing I could imagine. And so I just kept putting it off. I made up like every possible excuse to not do it. And eventually I saw my friend Caroline Romanelli. She runs Embrace DIY Productions, and she does this monthly show in Madison that's music with some vendors on the side. It's mainly a concert, but there's a lot of little pop up shops that she has. And it was like 4 days before the show, and she had a last minute cancellation and was like, I need someone to fill this immediately. I didn't have any of the equipment, but I was just like, I'll do it. I just sometimes you just have to like turn your brain off and do something that would scare normal you, but you have brain off mode now. And so I agreed. She was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, oh, I'm not prepared for this at all. But we scrounged it up all together. And yeah, that was the first show I ever did. Thankfully, she let me do the spot for free. And I made, I think, like $75, which I was like, whoa. I was like, this is amazing. Yeah, it was awesome. And that was in February of this year. So I'm only like 5 months into it, but going strong so far. Going strong.
Love that. What's something you want to get better at this year?
Ooh, balance. I think right now I'm not doing quite enough that I can do this full time. So I have a full time day job. I'm trying to do this every second I can, making cool stuff and just trying to let people know that it's okay to go out there and suck. And yeah, I think when you have the day job, you have the passion. I'm trying to be like a good partner to my girlfriend, and you can't. It's hard to do it all. And I think if I could get better at any one thing, it'd be able to balance all those things. Because I'm either going way too hard doing art, and I'm not sleeping, I'm not taking care of myself, or I'm going way too hard on caring about my day job and bills and all that, and I'm not caring enough about the stuff that I really do care about, which is just making stuff that people think is cool.
And lastly, what's your favorite part about being an artist?
Yeah, that's one I had to think about a lot. I think the one thing that kept sticking out to me is, I don't know if you've ever had this when you're out in a vendor market and people are walking past you. They pretend like you're not there at all, like you're just, they don't even look at you. But then sometimes you'll get someone who's walking past and they're about to not look at you, but then they catch the eye of one of the things that you got, and there's like this like magnet thing where they completely stop and they turn around and they're like, whoa. And I think if one thing about art is the best, it's that feeling of like, oh, I got this person to change their whole trajectory around to come check it out just from the stuff I made. And I think, yeah, there's a lot of cool moments, but that's the one that stuck out the most to me.
I love that. Thank you so much for tuning in and thanks for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
See you next time.